NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie's mom was taken for ransom. And she just posted a video with her siblings, just kind of asking for proof that she's alive and just talking about, how devastated they are. Have you guys heard about this story?
Yeah, I've seen the. Yeah.
I heard about it today.
Yeah.
Today is the first time I heard about it.
So her mom, Nancy Guthrie, is 84 years old. She lives in Arizona, and she was last seen on Saturday around 9:30 p.m. when family dropped her off. But then people realized something might have been a little off the next day because she didn't show up for church. So she constantly shows up for church. Members of the church get a little worried. They called her family. Family called 911. And when officers showed up, they eventually realized that there were signs that she might have been taken against her will. And eventually they confirmed that, yes, it does seem that she definitely was abducted from the house. They just haven't given any details on what makes them say that. And so people have had some questions about that as well. But authorities then did just an extensive search out there. They had volunteers looking for her, K-9 units, drones, helicopters, Border Patrol was out there, the FBI was out there, and they still haven't been able to find her. What's really strange is that a couple of news outlets then got a ransom note, like TMZ and a local Arizona news affiliate got a ransom note on Tuesday morning demanding a specific amount of Bitcoin. The mountain's in the millions. They didn't release how much. And the note demands that the cryptocurrency be sent to a specific Bitcoin address. And then that note also reportedly contained specific details about the house and what Nancy Guthrie would have been wearing that night, I guess, to give it validity. Apparently, officials asked them not to share a lot of details from that note, so you won't see that much else about it. But on Wednesday, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings posted this really emotional video acknowledging the ransom and just, talking to their mom. And here's a piece of that.
On behalf of our family, we too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. We are doing everything that we can. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know without a doubt that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Mommy, if you are hearing this, your children will not rest until we are together again.
That family is strong. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get in front of a camera and I would have been in tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I would have been bawling. Like that family is strong for sure.
Yeah.
My biggest question is why? I think when I see stuff like this, I always ask the question of why.
Yeah.
Like, why her mom? You know what I mean? Like, why did they choose her mom? You know what I mean? I don't know how much Savannah Guthrie makes on, NBC, but why? Why did they choose her? Like, is this a stalker situation of Savannah Guthrie? Is this a bad ex? You know what I'm saying? There's so many things to think about when it comes to stuff like this that I don't think people actually think about. I think their first thought is, oh, it's sad. And it very much is sad. But my criminal detective mind goes, okay, why?
Yeah.
What's the backing of this? Did y'all owe somebody money? You know what I mean? So that's where my head goes. But I mean, it sucks, but
it's crazy. And honestly, that's not a bad question, because I think when I first heard that, I thought this is the most random thing I've heard in a very long time.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? Because if you're going after somebody for ransom, you wouldn't necessarily just think, I'm going to go after like a news anchor's mom. You might think a news anchor's child. You might think a government official's somebody, a news anchor. It is very strange. And, like you said, they were strong as they were reading those letters. It kind of looked a little like they scripted it out. She had said something and the sister had said something, and, they read from whatever paper they had there. But it was just devastating. I was just thinking, like, man, what if my mom, you hate to think about your own parent.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I had to think about when I seen this situation. Cause it's like, we're in the entertainment industry right now. We're giving news and we're doing local news. Who knows? People could listen to this, and if we say the wrong thing, if we scratch at people the wrong way or cover a story the wrong way, who knows? People could try and, I don't know, take it this far, I guess. This is what it's almost like setting a precedent. I'm kind of scared as a entertainer now.
Yeah, it definitely does suck. But I do know this, and I know how the social media world works. This will be the top of TikTokers' investigation videos for like a minute. And it's not even in a sense of like they don't believe them or this, that, and the third. It's just that's how people on there are. You know what I mean? They want to see. And they want to investigate more than the investigators investigate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would like to see how this all unfolds. And I hope her mom gets back safely. You know what I'm saying? So
that's interesting that you mentioned that, because I also saw comments where people were very suspicious. Under this same video. If you go and look in the comments, a lot of it is overwhelming support and heartfelt prayers and whatnot. But then there's an element of people who were like, hold on, we want to look into this. This kind of looks like what's going on here. And I think that's a very natural response as well,
100%.
because this does not happen here. I literally can't remember the last time a news anchor's anybody was kidnapped and held for ransom. You know what I mean? So of course the rumor mill is going, and there have also been theories about why this happened to her. We don't want to repeat any of them because we don't know. We don't want to spread any speculation. It's just, it is very interesting. Can tell you that there's a $2,500 reward being offered for information that leads to her recovery. She is said to have some health issues, which is kind of a piece of what we didn't have in our video there. But that basically said, she's got some pain that she deals with. So the medication she uses, A, helps keep her alive, but B, helps keep her out of pain. And so, when you think about that, it's just devastating. So we'll keep our eye on that, for any substantial updates on that. But
$2,500 for the reward.
I was thinking the same thing.
If it was my mama,
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, this is no judgment to Miss Savannah Guthrie or anything like that. I'm just speaking on me.
I totally agree.
If it was my mother, $2,500 wouldn't even scratch the surface.
Wouldn't scratch it.
I'm calling aunties and uncles and saying, hey, y'all send me a $10,000. Everybody send $10,000. We're gonna put it together and try to get her back. That's me though. I'm speaking on me. Just want to let y'all know I'm not Savannah. That's what I'm speaking on myself. That's what I would do with my mother. But $2,500 just don't sound like enough to me.
You know what? I'm actually looking up right now. How much is the reward for Savannah Guthrie's mom? Maybe it increased, because when this kind of thing happens, sometimes the reward money will start off at a certain amount and then different community members will throw things in. But yeah, the reward at least as of right now, is $2,500. And to your point, like, I would have put my life savings, you know what I mean, for my mom. It's like, please, anybody.
We going broke for this. We going broke.
It's all very, very interesting. Apparently the reward is being funded by donations from local business leaders. So yeah, I mean, I would imagine maybe, people are questioning that low reward as well. Yeah, it's something to be. That's a normal reaction. Yeah. So for everybody out there that's thinking like it's a normal reaction to think like what could it could go this way or that way. That's just normal for a human to think that way when in circumstances like this. It could go this way. It could go this way or that way. This could be happening or this could be happening. We don't know all the things, so all we have to do is speculate. But I'm not gonna give all my speculation. Right. But I mean, we just speculate. So, but. In all the end all, we would like her home safely. We don't want to see nobody getting kidnapped and died and all that stuff. Yeah. We want her home safely. So, Savannah, I hope your mom does get home safely for sure. Yeah.